When you think of art, what comes to mind? A picture? A painting? Something like that? But did you know that if you look deeper beyond that, there is almost an infinite amount of kinds of art forms? No matter where you look in the world, or what area you look to, you are bound to be looking at some form of art. Whether it be a floor and ceiling, or a car, or building, they all have some sort of elements of art. Today, we will explore and analyze certain art pieces. But before we can do that, let's cover the elements of art. The elements of art are very important when it comes to all kinds of art. Forms of art can be applied to any kind of art. There are 7 elements. The elements include form, line, shape, texture, value, space, and color. And every piece of art you see has at least one of these elements in them. First, we'll cover form. Form is any kind of 3-dimensional thing, whether it is a painting or drawing that fools the eye into thinking it's real, or an actual 3D object. Anything that is related to 3 dimensions is form. Second, we'll cover line. Line is pretty self-explanatory. Path created, and starting from one point going to another, varying in thickness, length, and overall shape. Then, there's shape. Shapes have 2 dimensions, length and width, and can be geometric or organic. Next is texture. Texture is the surface quality of an object. There's actual texture, something you can actually feel, and implied texture, something you can't feel, but you can know how it might feel from how it looks. Next, we'll cover space. Space in art refers to a feeling of 3 dimension. It can also refer to the artist's use of area within the piece. Positive space is the main interest or subject in a piece. Negative space is the opposite of positive space, focusing on everywhere except the point of focus or interest. Now, color. Color is also very self-explanatory, but it's mildly different when it comes to the elements. Reflected light organized on a color wheel, with 3 primary colors, 3 secondary colors, and 6 intermediate colors. Intensity of color refers to the level of brightness in colors. Dull colors are muted. Now there's value. Value is essentially color in the elements, but focusing more on shading. Darkness and brightness of a color. Tinting is when you add more white to a color to make it brighter. And shade is when you add more black to a color to make it darker. Finally, now that we've covered the elements of art, I hope you can get a gist of how the elements of art work. And now we can finally analyze some pieces of art. For this first example, I'm showing you a thing that I drew. This is a quick piece of art that I made. Whether you like it or not, it is art. It may not look good, but art does not have to look good to be art. Like I said, every piece of art has the elements applied. They can have one element of art in it, or all of them, depending on how abstract the art is. This form of art is drawing, obviously, and the elements that apply in this piece of art are line, shape, and space. Before we start analyzing some more complicated art, I'll do another example for you, just so you can get a better gist. This is just a picture of a crab I bought on Amazon for $7, yet it has lots of elements of art implemented into it. It has form, space, value, texture, and color. Even the simplest, or even silliest things can be classified as art, as long as you just look deep enough into the picture or object. You can find what's really artsy about it. Now, it's finally time. Watching this video, you must be ready. Now, we're not only analyzing pictures, but now we will analyze a video.
Can you feel life moving through your mind? Ooh, looks like it came back for more. Yeah! Can you feel time slipping down your spine? Ooh, you're trying.
Now you must be wondering to yourself, Danny, why, or more importantly, how does a video of your $7 crab doing parkour have anything to do with art forms? Well, to be honest, I don't know why I put that in. I just needed to spice up this video somehow, because it's pretty bland. I mean, I got all these stock images, but that's not enough. Okay, enough rambling. Let's analyze the video, shall we? Looking at the footage from this video, the elements that are present here: color, texture, space, form, and value. The reason why it doesn't have the other two is that those mostly apply to 2D art, not 3D. Well, there you have it. I hope you had fun watching this video and learned a little bit about art along the way. Sorry for taking your time so you can watch this pretty crappy video, but I enjoyed every second of making this. Thank you for watching, and have a good rest of your day.